Welcome to Ketchikan, Alaska, one of the most picturesque stops on our Alaskan cruise. The town was just beautiful and even more breathtaking once we got out of town. On this adventure, we had the privilege of exploring Alaska with a Native American tour guide, Alberta. She's a Tlingit elder. Our tour began in downtown Ketchikan, but it wasn't long before she took us deep into the woods. She shared with us how her Indigenous people have used the natural resources for generations. She even picked some fresh berries for us and fed us along the way.
My name is Alberta. I'm from Alaska. I'm a raven dog salmon.
Having a local guide that was from the native culture made this a really unforgettable experience. Her personal stories brought the history and the culture of the land to life, making everything we visited personal, authentic, and made those connections real.
My hat inside how wet it is, but my head is still dry. So this one here, when we pull it, that tree that I showed you guys, that's what that is. That's how that is when we pull it off. So we can make them thinner, as you can see right here, and we're gonna make them even thinner to make looks like a thread. So that's how we hold it together. And when we start working on it, we're actually gonna get it wet, and then we're gonna also have a spray bottle next to us so that we have to keep spraying it so that it stays wet, because you feel how stiff it is. You won't be able to work with it until you let it soak for at least 20 minutes to a half an hour, and then you'll feel it soften up. You'll have to keep spraying it once you start working with it, and we call it strips. We make strips with it. See how it fits right here on my hand. So when we did paddle making to make your own to fit you, it has to fit here, because when we do the pulling, even when the cruise ships go by, it makes big waves. And so when this part goes in the water right here, it's going down deep. And if you don't dig deep and hard enough, fast enough, you'll tell, because your canoe is going like this here. So the skipper in the back is keeping an eye on who's digging deep and who's digging hard and who's digging fast. And if you're not, he'll call you out. And he's not doing it to get mad, he's calling you out to help you fix it. Singles, and so don't want to be called out. You don't want to be around when they're doing the songs, because no matter where you're at, I don't smoke cigarettes, but if you're standing outside, it's gonna get loud for a second. Okay. They'll call you. They'll call you like that. Yeah. But they'll keep doing it, and then they'll go outside and they're like, "Singles, come on, let's go, come on," because they want all the singles out there, and that's what they're doing, is getting the singles out there so they know who's available. I'd be able to get with him because my Tlingit name, as you can see my link on my hat, they fixed mine that looks like a crown. We get our Tlingit names and stuff by the time we're 12. By the time we're 13, we're considered adults. So our aunts and our uncles will watch us grow up. And I got my name when I was still learning how to accept it, because I get gifts given to me. It's my name and the princess of our tribe.
This was our first time in Alaska, but it won't be our last. I can't recommend it enough. Take the time, whether on a cruise or by land, to visit Alaska. And if you're in Ketchikan, be sure to visit AlaskanNativeTour.com and explore Ketchikan with a local native tour guide.